think it's pretty obvious which way this one's gonna go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows...
Look at that! No fear whatsoever. What an amazing superstar.
Be that as it may, this isn't the sort of thing that wins matches, King.
He saw that one coming. Who in the... Uh-oh. Come on. You gotta stop this guy before he...
Oh, would you look at this. Talk about arrogant. It's sickening.
Come on, JR. It's not enough just to win a match. You've got to make it clear who's the dominant superstar. Wow! Listen to these fans, JR!
You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all... No! No! How can the referee allow something like that?
Come on, JR! You know that the referee's health plan doesn't include vision?
He's not going to get caught with that one.
What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's wrestling the match his way, and I think it's going to pay off, mark my words.
Oh, no! This is terrible! You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum!
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers.
I can't believe he countered that one!
4, 5. I swear, every time I see Mark Henry, he just looks bigger and bigger. He's the world's biggest longhorn.
You're not kidding, JR. If I was his opponent, I wouldn't care if I won or not. Just surviving the match would be enough for me.
Well, as intimidating as the world's strongest man might be, I don't think that's an attitude you'll find in a WWE locker room, King.
Well, if that's true, then some of these superstars need to learn the difference between bravery and stupidity.
I don't think his attempt to get this crowd on his side is paying off.
He's not trying to get the crowd on his side, JR. He's letting everyone know that he's going to win this one, whether they like it or not.
Excellent counter. What ring presence. No matter how many times I see him, I never get over the size of the Big Show. 7 feet tall, 500 pounds. That's a whole lot of superstar right there.
Oh, he's big all right, JR. He can't even go to the beach anymore because Greenpeace keeps trying to tow him back into the ocean.
You better hope that the Big Show doesn't hear you saying that, King. I'm not so sure he'd be as amused by your sense of humor as you seem to be. Mark Henry is such a dangerous competitor. I hope to God no one gets seriously hurt here tonight.
Well, I don't want that either, JR. But if you're crazy enough to get in the ring with the world's strongest man, you get what you deserve.
Oh boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something, quick! Climbing up the turnbuckle isn't bad. It's all the way.
I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
God bless the First Amendment, JR. Oh, no. I don't like the looks of this.
He's got the fans behind
He
him.
doesn't seem to be too concerned about his opponent, JR.
Well, he should be. This one's not over yet, and you never know what might happen.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn? I don't think the fans appreciated that one very much. But I don't think he cares much what the fans think.
That much is obvious, Team. What a lowdown. Oklahoma. Talk about having no respect for your opponent.
Well, if you've got a problem with it, maybe you should do something about it, JR. Look at him, rubbing his opponent's face in it. I love it.
Well, this crowd doesn't seem to share your opinion. And quite frankly, I hope this comes back to bite him.
You've got to give Big Show some credit, JR. He might be slow and clumsy, but at least he's not very bright.
Oh, you're a scream king. I'd love to see you try to say that to the Big Show's face.
If I could figure out a way to say it using only one-syllable words, I'd do it, JR.
Oh, did you see that? Ring the damn bell. You can't let somebody get away with that.
I don't think the ref saw it, JR. And if the ref doesn't see it, it's not illegal.
Look at this. Look at this. You talk about a house of fire, you're seeing it right here.
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to end well. Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember, without these fans, these superstars are out of a job.
This is great, JR. He's really letting his opponent have it.
I guess he is. But I'd like to see a little less sizzle and a little more steak, personally. This is a classic matchup, King. He's all fired up now, King. And I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent's got a hope of hurting him now. It looks like he's obviously not feeling too threatened, JR.
Then maybe he's not smart enough to realize how dangerous his opponent really is.
Oh, man! That's going to change the tone of this match, JR.
Yeah, and not for the better.
So long, ref! Sweet dreams!
It's going to be a while before the referee gets up from that. Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy without saying what's on their minds.
You sure can't, JR, and I don't think we'd have it any other way.
They call Mark Henry the world's strongest man, but strength isn't everything, and it's not always enough to win a match.
Come on, JR. Don't give these fans false hope. When you're as strong as Mark Henry, there's not much that can stop you.
I'm not denying that, King, but strength is one of the many tools of a successful superstar. Speed, agility, and ring presence can give strength a run for its money if they're used properly.
7.
Yes, that was an incredible move. What strategy?
Strategy, my Oklahoma ass. That's cheap, plain and simple. Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring. All's fair in love and war, JR. And I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action. Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat. There's the pin.
Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a super...
Oh, come on down. How about a little more wrestling, a little less posture?
It's called adding insult to injury, JR, and I think it's great. This match has the potential to be an instant classic, and I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that, King? How can you insult the intelligence of these WWE fans?
Well, I heard that we gave them an IQ test, and the results came back negative.
Folks, I've got to...
These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fan for that move, but I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly. This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow, could you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary? Oh, sure. Now the fans starting to cheer for him. Now that he's in the driver's seat.
Come on, King. He's had the crowd behind him all match, and now it's paying off.
I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right.
You're damn right. He may get the 3 count here.
Look at this, JR. Can you imagine Smackdown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect to Smackdown dollars with no idea. I truly believe Raw's the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
You hit the nail right on the head there.
The submission has been expertly applied, and now it's just a matter of time.
That's
He's got that submission hold locked in.
He sure does, JR. He might make his opponent tap out right here. As big and strong and mean as Mark Henry is, I don't see this match going, oh boy, this looks like an all or nothing move. I'd ask you who you want to win this matchup, JR, but it's been pretty obvious since...
He's going to regret not following up here once he loses this match.
Come on, JR. This isn't something you do when you're worried about the outcome of the match. He knows he's got it in the bag.
He's got the crowd and his opponent in the palm of his hand.
That can change in an instant, especially if you let your opponent catch his breath. Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the divas.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And oh, for the love of... Open your eyes, Ref. I can't believe he got away with that.
Well, you might not like it, JR, but he's going to do whatever it takes to win this one.
These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk.
These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What do you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Guys, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a pinfall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you?
I think I know who's going to win this match, but I don't want to say. I'm afraid I'll jinx it.
Come on, King. Don't tell me you're superstitious.
Of course not, JR. I'm not superstitious because I know that's unlucky.
He's taken every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more.
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, JR, he's a shoo-in for second place.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I love to hear it. Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's gonna go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say.
You know, JR, when I saw this match on paper, I wasn't too sure about it. But it's turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
I'm not at all surprised, King. I knew this was going to be a terrific matchup.
Oh, come on, JR. You're just talking through your hat. And speaking of hats, when are you going to get rid of that silly thing anyway?
Right about the time you stop wearing that crown out of yourself.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you better admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that.
You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE.
We're not talking about running a ball down a field or slapping a puck into a net. This is serious physical competition.
It sure is. The toughest athletes in the world are on the WWE roster, and that's a fact. Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear.